Hi, I just want to give you a quick overview of all the tabs underneath theme options in your WordPress Canvas theme. So the first tab is Grid, and here you can just change your site width, you can control your content width, and then you can change the width of your sidebar. You can also control the space between the content width and then the edge, and also the space between the content width and your sidebar. Under header, you can upload your logo image, or you could simply just showcase the site title and site description in its normal text, and you can use any font you want uploaded or Google font. You can set a header background image, you can set a minimum height, you can control the padding, you can control your header alignment. In your menu bar, you can change your background color, you can have complete control of the font, you can change the color of a menu item when it's in its normal state, the active state, and then the hover state. And you can control the position of the text, just a lot of flexibility, and you can have a completely separate color scheme for your drop down if you so wish. So again, just giving you a lot of control as a designer for your with your colors. The body, you can change the heading font, you can have a separate color for your heading link and heading link font hover color, and you can even control the heading sizes for your H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6 headings. You can control the body font. You can even set the font sizes of extra small, small, large, and extra large pieces of text. You can control the link color, link font hover color, meta font, quote font, caption font, code font. You can control the default border that gets displayed, whether it's an image or one of our default borders. The sidebar, you can control the background color or even set a background image on your widget title. You can control the line height, the font color, you can change the font size of the text in the sidebar. You can have the sidebar by default be in the left or the right side of a page. You can control the inner content alignment. You can determine which pages should have a sidebar and which pages should not have a sidebar. And this can also be overwritten on each individual page, but by default you can kind of set a precedence. Under forms, you can change the color of your form. This is your text area, your input, radio buttons, etc. Footer, you might have a completely different background color on your footer, which means you'll need to control a lot of the colors. For example, you might not want the border to be gray, like for a white background. Then for a footer where you have a gray background, you might want the border to be a different color. So I provide those options. You can change the copyright text as well. For background, you can change the body background, the top body background, the middle body background, the bottom body background, and this will just allows you a lot of control. Maybe you want some kind of fancy background where you want some kind of neat border on the top, you want a large image to be displayed in the middle, and then maybe at the footer you want some other image. So a lot of control. And then you have a left body background, right body background. This just allows you to insert your own border image for your site, and this is should be 20 pixels in width. And then the page background, if you wanted to set a background for your page, you may do that as well. Here you may define the grays of your color scheme, and then you can also set the primary, secondary, and inverse color of your theme. You can also define your success, warning, danger, and info colors, and you can define your green, yellow, blue, and red. Here you have some control of how your site will look on mobile devices. This option is pretty neat. Viewport, width, and initial scale. Here you can control at what width the site should be when on a mobile device, and maybe you don't even want responsiveness on, so you could set this to 1,000 pixels and your website will display at 1,000 pixels on a mobile device. You can control your social media icons. You can upload your own if you prefer. For the share buttons, you can change the font and have it be kind of a fancy share button text. You can upload your favicon. You can insert JavaScript and HTML into the head section of your HTML, or you can put JavaScript and HTML on the top of the page or at the footer. So this is typically used for ads, and here if you want to put some kind of tracking code or another ad at the footer. You can enable, disable updates. You can remove the WordPress canvas link in the footer. And then here you can define all your image sizes. So we try and just have all the options that you might need for you to build a successful theme.